Hello everyone and welcome back to Neptune's Child Tarot. My name is Monique, and if this is the first time you're clicking on one of my videos, thank you guys so much. This is my second tarot channel here on YouTube. My main tarot channel is Moon Moth Goddess. So if these readings do resonate for you, you may want to check out my other tarot channel as well. I do have primarily love readings over there, but I have had that channel for over 3 years. So there is a bunch of different readings on many different subjects that you guys can kind of go through the playlist and find one that might interest you. Okay, so another little announcement I will make is that I spent 2 hours, actually 2 hours, recording this reading for you guys. I had originally only had the crystals out, and then I did the whole, us putting the piles together. I went through recording each pile. And then when I got to pile 3, finished, done, on to the next channel recording from my other channel. And I started to play back the piles just to kind of say, okay, is there anything that I may need to edit later? There was no audio, you guys, no audio at all. It was 2 hours of silence. So I am having that kind of a day today. So I am a little bummed, because I tried. I was like, what happened? Like, why? Why is there no audio for all that? But yeah, so now we have piles that are already put together for you guys. So I know some of you guys like to watch the whole process of putting the piles together, but sorry, I tried. 2 hours of recording, and I guess for whatever reason, it just didn't work this morning. So we have 3 piles for you guys today. Our pick a card is, what are your spirit guides currently assisting you with? Pile 3s is still super fresh in my mind, so I'm probably going to start recording this one first. It won't matter to you guys, but because it's fresh in my mind, because I literally just got done with it, I'm probably going to start with this one first. What are your spirit guides currently assisting you with, helping you with? So pile 1, you are going to be this candy fluorite. Okay. Candy fluorite. It's probably a warning, right? Why it didn't go through. Because remember, you guys, I pulled those cards for myself yesterday with the whole, should I do a pick a card today? And Spirit responded with the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Swords, and the Tower. Maybe that's like the, you shouldn't be doing a pick a card today either kind of vibe with that energy that I pulled for myself yesterday with asking. Maybe that's what I get for not listening, So pile 1, candy fluorite. Pile number 2, you are going to be the moss agate. Pile 2, moss agate. And then pile number 3, you are going to be this ocean jasper. For pile 3. Okay. And I think one of the piles I had to cover up an image because it has nudity in it, and you can't monetize videos that have nudity. It's a new policy that YouTube has that they just are now kind of more strictly enforcing. So I think it is one of the piles has a little piece of post-it note over one of the images there. So yeah, pile 1 with the candy fluorite, pile 2 with the moss agate, and then pile 3 with the ocean jasper. Timestamps will be down below for you guys, and I will see you at your reading. Hi, pile 1. So those of you that resonated with this candy fluorite, this is going to be your reading today. And our question for our pick a card is, what is your spirit guides, or what are your spirit guides currently assisting you with? So I want to start off backwards today. We're going to look at your oracle cards first. We're going to save your tarot and this little message for later on. So let's see. And as I said, if you missed it in the intro, this is my second time recording this whole entire pick a card. The first time around, it did not even pick up the audio at all. So I am pretty bummed that it did that, but we're redoing it. Okay, so let's do, okay, so we have new beginnings. We have take stock of your achievements. We have repair. And we have the magic prayer. And then we have forgiveness, relaxation, the ladybug, and the armadillo. So I'm trying to remember what came through earlier, but what your whole pile was about, the main focus here. Okay, so what I'm kind of getting here, the first thing I remembered the first time around was your magic prayer here. And with this magic prayer, I noticed that she has this butterfly wing around her eye. And to me, there is some type of transformation, right? With the symbol of the butterfly here. There's some type of transformation that is taking place. And to me, looking at the way that this glow is kind of happening around her entire being, is this transformation is kind of taking place within you. Okay? Transformation, because we have the energy of forgiveness here. Forgiveness. And to me, there is a lot of release that's happening here, because she is standing here in the water, which first off with the water, it's this clearing, right? This clearing energy here. Her wearing this little white gown is this symbol of purity, right? Kind of like clean slate, releasing here. There's this glow that's happening within her as she's being able to release. To me, there's also this waterfall here, all the way stretching along this length here. So to me, this is a lot of emotional release that's taking place within you. Right? You have repair here, which I thought, I was laughing at this earlier, because it's like your spirit guides are like literally helping to repair you, right? To heal you in a way through this process of release. So it could be that maybe at this time you're feeling sensitive, or you could feel that maybe there's a lot of things that are kind of coming up to the surface for you to let go of, for you to release. Things that have been maybe even blockages along your path. What else am I seeing here? Okay, I remember the armadillo and the ladybug from earlier too. Now, I look at this little armadillo here, and he's got this whole little, his armor on. Okay? But to me, okay, it says marking territory. I was laughing at that earlier too. Marking territory. Impenetrable. I had problems with this earlier too. Impenetrable defense and caution. Okay, so when I look at him, I see him in his little armor that he's got on. To me, I saw two different things with this. First off, I see that many of you may have gone through a lot of difficulties, challenges in your life. And because of that, you may have had that guard up strong, right? Putting the walls up, right? Emotionally, I feel like for many of you, because you may have gone through some pretty painful stuff. So the first thing that I was seeing was that the little armadillo with his armor and this release here. But I also look at the armadillo in a positive way, in that now, because of these things that you may have gone through in your life, and you've been able to forgive, you've been able to release, this armor is also showing how strong you are as a person, how much you've grown, how much you have evolved in a way. And to me, when I looked at the ladybug, it's like there is this lightness to her, right? This freedom. It's kind of like her little wings are opened up here, and they're so light, right? She's also tiny, right? Whereas the armadillo is heavy. He's they're heavy little, I'm sure, heavy little things when you can pick up an armadillo. So To me, it's you also learning to be more, I feel like, aware of certain things within your life, because we have the impenetrable defense and also caution, right? So you learn from the past of what things, experiences you've had, and how much those things have really taught you. The other thing that I was noticing here is you have the magic prayer, and then you also have fortune, gratification, and also wishes. So to me, in some way, there's also, with this energy of forgiveness here, I feel like, a lot of stuff from your past that you are forgiving, that your spirit guides are trying to help you to forgive, but also to change your perspective in the way that you look at those things from the past, because we can look at the past and hold a lot of memories towards that can be quite painful, right? Certain things that we've gone through. So to me, in this energy of forgiveness that you have here, you're able to change and shift your perspective about the release of these things from the past that yes, have made you a stronger person, but I feel like changing and shifting into an energy of gratitude as well for these things, even though they have probably been, for some of you, painful things. Okay, may not resonate for all of you. But when we can look back at the past and make peace with it in a way, with forgiveness, ourself, another person, we can be free of that, right? Because it is only us who is kind of suffering from holding on to a certain viewpoint over something that we've gone through in the past. So being able to release and repair, heal symbolically of these things, we have take stock of your achievements. To me, it's also your spirit guides wanting you to recognize how far you've come, how strong of a person you are. And with the marking territory here, you have new beginnings. So to me, in a way, it's like your spirit guides are wanting you to focus on releasing any of these blockages that were maybe, say, keeping you from making your dreams, your wishes come true, right? With the magic prayer and the fortune, gratification, and wishes, because you are working towards aligning your energy with this new beginning that you're creating for yourself. But yes, there is this process of releasing things that are not quite in alignment with that energy. And the marking territory to me is that you are kind of stepping into this place where you are working with your spirit guides to say, okay, this is what I want for myself. This is the goal that I have that's in my mind. I am going to mark my territory with this thing, with this path, and I'm sticking to it, right? I'm going to succeed. I'm going to be able to move forward here. So many of you, I feel like what's happening here is that your spirit guides are helping you go through this process of healing, of releasing, of focusing your attention on what it is that you truly want. Many of you, it could have been that you've been working super hard at something, on something, right? Whether it's something within you or something external in your environment. You've been working hard on it because we have take stock of your achievements here, right? So many of you, it could be that there is now this period of rest, right? Especially with you having relaxation here. Because sometimes we can be working on something or ourself, and we become so focused on it that sometimes we lose sight of what it is that we're really doing, right? Like, let's just say that you have a long-term goal of, I don't know, financial stability, security, or you want a lifelong career in something of your choice, right? And you have a plan, you're sticking to it, you're committed to it, and you're going through the day-to-day stuff, and you start to lose sight of what your whole plan is. You can get frustrated along the way as you start working on certain things. And sometimes we need a little bit of that reset to kind of put that plan back into perspective, right? So for many of you, I feel like this energy of relaxation and taking stock of your achievements is to look at how committed you've been in your past and where you're at now, and to kind of gain a little bit of a reset to help you envision, mark your territory of what that new beginning looks like for you. And you have number 10 here. So to me, the 10 is that marking the completion of a cycle, right? And being able to create a new beginning for yourself. So I want to read what this magic prayer, which is from the Enchanted Map Oracle, which is actually donated to the channel. So let's see, 32. Okay, so it says, speak your prayers, listen for the answers, and act in faith. It says, when you see the magic prayer card, it is a reminder that your prayers will be answered. Spirit is always waiting to help you and to heal you when you're in need. That said, the best prayer is, thy will be done through me, thy will and not mine be done. Conscious contact with your higher power is achieved through the ritual of prayer and meditation. Speak and listen to the divine force within the field of creation. Surrender your wishes and desires to Spirit. You may not get what you want, but you will surely get what you need. Your destiny awaits you. As long as you keep in conscious contact with your higher power, be assured that you are on the right path. Okay? Be assured that you're on the right path. So the other thing that I noticed here is that this ladybug is facing all of these beautiful sunflowers, right? So to me, with the fortune here, it's like many of you are aligning yourself with a destiny of abundance, of happiness, of prosperity, of fulfillment, right? And so maybe with this magic prayer here, you're also taking some time to really kind of tune in and listen to within, taking that time to relax, right? Maybe for some of you, it is a need for a little bit of work on the self, right? The repair, listening to what you're still holding on to so that you are able to release these things, right? Also with the impenetrable defense, I think I should like practice saying that word over and over again. It's a tricky one. That you should, what was I going to say with that? Yeah, that you don't allow other people to, you don't allow the opinions of others, I feel like, to affect you. Right? Anything that anyone outside of you is like, if they try to like cut you down, or, you know, friends, romantic partners, family members, things like that, that you're no longer allowing people in that are not bringing the best energy towards you, that you do have this defense energy, but in a healthy way, a good way, right? Not just like, I'm so guarded, I'm not going to let anybody in, but more so that you know when is the appropriate time to, or more so that you are not allowing people's opinions, values, beliefs to be something that affect you, right? That affect who you are, and allowing even another person's energy to kind of rub off on you, right? If somebody wants to be in a bad mood, or not act right, that's them, right? That's their energy. They can stick to and claim that type of energy, but it doesn't have to be, you know, who you are. I feel like that to me is also what this defense energy is too. And also knowing, right, with the caution here, is this person around me? Maybe, you know, your circle of people that you have surrounding you, the energy, it's like paying attention to make sure how you feel around people, how you feel around a certain family member, how you feel around a certain friend or romantic partner. Do they feel like they are taking something away from you? Or do they feel like they're adding to the quality of your life? All right. So kind of taking stock, I feel like, in that as well. But yes, I feel like definitely this path of abundance and being able to release anything, like I said, that is not really serving you. Take the time, relaxation, repair, because for some of you, it could be that you're just like, go, go, go. right? All the achievements, the things that you've accomplished. And it could be just like, okay, now it's time to take a pause. Now it's time to take a break and recollect ourselves and say, okay, what is my dream? What is my vision? What am I working towards? What do I want? Right? So that we can kind of realign ourselves with what our goals are. Okay? So let's look at your tarot. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Lovers. You have the Lovers again. And then you have the Page of Cups. Okay. So you have Gemini energy here. Cancer, Scorpio. We have actually strong Pisces energy with the Page of Cups, but could potentially be other water signs, but that's Pisces. And then we also have Capricorn. Okay. So I feel like with your Page of Cups here, the Page of Cups is a beautiful energy of, I feel like, dreamy, intuitive vision, creativity, self-love, self-care. It could be that many of you, your spirit guides are trying to help you to connect in more with the self. It could be working on your intuition. It could be working on self-love. It could be working on healing. It is about you finding balance and union within the self. Okay, balance and union within the self. Because you do have the Lover's energy here twice, this is that union between your feminine and your masculine energies, and both of these energies working together to support one another, right? So that you are able to make choices, decisions from a place of your heart. Okay? The Lovers is about major decisions that we're making, trusting in those decisions. Many of you can also literally be, because we do have the Lovers here twice, that it could be that your spirit guides are trying to help you to find a counterpart, your soulmate, your, for those of you that are fortunate enough to be on the twin flame journey, to come into union with a twin flame. Very rare connections, okay? Very rare spiritual connections. And I feel like finding maybe union with that counterpart, right? With your person, the person you're meant to be with, could be something your spirit guides are trying to help you with too. But to me, more so, because this is a channel that's more so focused on the self, I feel like this union is happening within you. Okay? The union happening within you. And then, what else am I seeing here? We have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is about collaboration. It's about community. So many of you, it could even be that your spirit guides are trying to help you to make friends, right? To help you to meet new people, to bring new people into your life that are going to really help to add value to your life rather than take away from it. Okay? So that can even be communication coming in from someone, maybe something that will maybe even spark intuition or inspiration within you, right? Good group of friends, the Three of Pentacles. It can even be your spirit guides trying to encourage you to really follow your heart with any creative ideas that you do have. For many of you, that Three of Pentacles can be symbolic of you opening your own business or building something, the skills that you have towards working towards a talent or something that you really love. Okay, could be another thing there as well. So let's take a look at your last little card here. And it says bliss. And it says, meet Camellia. She is in full bloom, radiating delight. When something challenging happens, we often ask ourselves, what can we learn from this? Camellia is here to remind us not to overlook the possibility that some of life's most poignant lessons come from moments of ecstatic bliss. What makes your body, mind, and soul ring with joy? How can you connect to the golden thread of meaning and let it weave its way through your life? This is an invitation to embrace all that is marvelous in your life. Let bliss overcome you as you bask in the limitless love of a million sunrises, right? So it's like your spirit guides here are trying to assist you and help you with being at that place in life where you can work and find success towards your achievements, towards your skills, towards your, this total, I feel like, transformation that's kind of taking place from the inside out within you, and to really maybe even work. I'm feeling, for some of you, the Three of Pentacles and the relaxation here, some of you, it can even be like if you are someone who feels like you have to take on all the work or all the, I feel like like, especially if you're somebody who's working, or like you own your own business, you have your own business. It could be your spirit guides trying to help you with building and setting that solid foundation for yourself in that business, but also connecting with you with people who may be able to assist you along your path so that you're not really working towards building your empire by yourself, that you have more time to relax, you have more time to enjoy life and not feel like I'm just go, go, go all the time, right? That you're kind of take the time to take a break, take a rest. Don't be afraid to ask for help. I feel like it's also another thing here that is coming through. Okay, so yes, aligning with your dreams, your wishes, creating new beginnings, a little bit of a reset here, taking time for the self to listen to, especially if you're needing a little bit of healing, a little bit of break, some rest, especially if you've already been working towards a lot of those goals. Some of you, it can even be your spirit guides wanting you to recognize how far you've come along your path, everything that you have accomplished up until this point, and maybe there is a need for creating a new vision, right? If you've already worked towards certain things, what's the next thing? What's the next milestone that we're wanting to focus on achieving there as well, right? Marking your territory. What's next? Okay, how can I get there? How can I align my focus and my vision towards that? Okay, so I'm gonna leave it here for you, pile number 1. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 2. So those of you that resonated with the moss agate and this pile here, this is going to be your reading. So we're looking today at what your spirit guides are currently assisting you with, and we're going to start off with backwards today. We're going to start off with your oracle and then save your tarot and this message for later. Now, as I said, if you missed it, this is my second time recording this entire pick a card reading. I spent 2 hours recording this morning, and then I looked and listened back, and the entire video was silence. I was like, oh my goodness, what happened? So we're doing this again. Yours is not so fresh in my memory, so we'll just kind of have to see what's coming through. Okay, so we have the rat, and it says shrewd choices, reproduction, and also agility. So we have a little mama here with her little newborn baby. I'm sorry for those of you guys that get creeped out by rats, but this is an animal deck that we're using today. We also have butterfly. Okay. We have the foggy bug. Okay, now I remember the foggy bug. We have relax. We have protection. Oh yes, we have the bone collector. This was a good one. You guys have a good pile. You had a really beautiful message that came through, so I'll try to remember everything. We have peace, and then we have trust. So I am using this deck today, which is the Enchanted Map Oracle that was actually donated by someone. I can't remember. I forgot to pull my little note out for who the person was that donated this, but thank you so much if you are the one that donated this. I actually have the email, I think, from you in my email box still about it. But yes, this was a really beautiful pile, and I love it because your main thing that your spirit guides are trying to assist you with or help you with is you. It is you, okay? Because, and I feel like I want to start with this time. I didn't the first time around. I was kind of like skipping around, and then I went to this, and I was like, wow, this makes sense. Okay, so we see this lady here. She looks like a spiritual elder, and she's sitting here. And the first thing that I was getting with this intuitively when I was looking at this the first time around is I noticed that she's got these bones that are hanging here. So to me, that was like symbolic of past, right? Things from the past. And then I'm also noticing here that she's sitting in a kind of like this little sacred circle, protection, like a circle of protection, and you had protection here. Okay. I also noticed that there's a rabbit here, which is a symbol of fertility. Okay. Growth, nurturing something, bringing life to it. Also, now I'm noticing here too, she's got a peacock feather, which to me is also like this symbol of beauty, but also the ego, letting go of the ego. Okay. So let's look at that first, actually, which is card 1. There it is right there. So you can kind of see how this is coming together. Okay, so it says you are whole and have everything that you need within. It says when the bone collector appears, she's asking you to look closely at your circumstances to see if you're fully present or reacting out of past conditioning and unconscious expectations. Whenever we're wounded, especially when we're young, and that's what's making me think of this, although, like I said, for some of you it could be creepy, but you'll get this right now. Whenever we're wounded, especially when we're young, it's as if something essential is stolen from us. We adapt and accept a version of the truth that then sets up to behave a certain way in the future when faced with a situation similar to the original event. What we know about ourselves thus becomes influenced by a perception of limitation. You may feel unworthy or without courage. You may see yourself as flawed or unlovable, or expect to be criticized. The bone collector reminds you that the truth is that you are a powerful being with limitless possibilities. She has kept safe what was stolen from you in the wounding and is here for you as you reclaim it now. You have everything you believe you lack, and the bone collector is your inner resource. Act as if you have what you need, and you'll find you have it after all. Anything is possible. With awareness, the wounds of the past need not define you. Okay? So what I was kind of getting with that, when it was making me think of this little mama rat with her little newborn baby, is that many of you, this could be a need for reparenting. Okay? Because this is talking about your past. And the way that I was explaining this earlier is that we go through, right, our childhood. Not all of us have great childhoods, right? Some of it comes from a lot of pain, a lot of trauma, a lot of dysfunction, right? And some people, were able to have one that was truly beautiful. But what I'm kind of seeing with this is that many of you can have and come from past, whether they're your beginning, right? You're with your parents. You could have had a parent that was absent. You could have had a parent that wasn't emotionally available, okay? Because they may have been someone who was also unhealed trauma within them too, right? We have to also look at it that way too, that when we have a parent that comes from that place of trauma themselves and they haven't even figured out how to heal it, right? What to do to heal it, that they're only doing, and I don't want to make excuses here, right, for certain things that we go through, but you have to kind of also look at your parents as children that have unhealed trauma themselves, especially if you went through some type of challenge with your parent when you were young, right? So this is basically saying that our past shapes us, and in addition to that, can also take things away from us depending on the experiences that we've had, right? You've had past family situations, you've gone in relationships, you have friendships, there could be even work situations. Sometimes those experiences can have a negative impact on us because, and I'll just leave this as an example to you, okay? I'm going to use myself, where you can kind of relate to it and say, okay, now I recognize that when I went through XYZ, this is what I've lost, okay? So I am someone who does come from a history of my past trauma with domestic violence, with sexual trauma, and abuse of all kinds. Okay. So through all of those experiences that I've had, many things were taken away from me. Many things where I was shaped, right? What was left was kind of like this empty shell, basically, kind of like of a person, where I lost my innocence, right? With certain traumas. I have lost my voice. Not literally. I mean that I couldn't speak up. I couldn't ask for help. I felt trapped. Just certain kind of things that you go through where you lose those little bits and pieces of you through those experiences, right? Kind of like this was talking, where, what was it saying? It was saying that you lose, what did it say? Unworthiness, right? Without courage, you see yourself as flawed, unlovable, right? So we're looking at this little baby, this little newborn baby and his mother, or she, whatever, mother. And for some of you, it could be this need for nurturing, right? Or even reparenting the self. And you going through this process of reclaiming those lost bits and pieces of yourself in a way to go from fragmented to whole. And some of you, through that process of healing and re-nurturing, reparenting, that your spirit guides are trying to help you to trust, to learn to trust the process. Because sometimes when we are in this space where we have lost so many different aspects of who we are, what's left? Right? Do we even know who we are after we've gone through certain things, right? Or even if you go through a friendship where a friend has made you feel like they've betrayed your trust, right? They took something from you, away from you, right? And then, I don't want to say that all of you that go through that may end up feeling like an empty shell. I know that's what I felt like, going through all of the trauma. I felt like I don't even know who I am anymore. I don't know, like there's nothing left. Like I have nothing left to give. I don't know who I am because it's all, your life has been shaped by the opinions of other people. You should be like this. You should do that. You should look like this. You should act like that, right? We lose all of those pieces. So basically your spirit guides are trying to help you. They're trying to protect you, I feel like, as well, because you have this energy of protection here. This energy of protection here. And we have this beautiful butterfly, right? Evolution, delight, and life's rhythm, which is really about the cycles that you're going through, the changes, the transformation that is taking place within you, right? You shedding old skin, releasing the past, but also through this process is reclaiming you, who you are, whatever that means for you. So basically, it's like your spirit guides are holding on to, these things that you've lost along the way, along your path as you've gone through maybe some very challenging things. So to me, this is you being reborn in a sense, right? This evolution. As you shed away through your evolution process, you shed away the old self, the self that was formed and shaped by the experiences that you've had as a child, to me, it's you becoming this little sweet baby rat in a way, you becoming this sweet baby here that is feeling whole again, right? Feeling whole and reclaiming those lost bits and pieces of yourself to find this sense of peace, balance from within. Some of you, because you may be kind of like right in the middle of it, right? Where you're going through your transformation process, and your foggy bog here to me is that you may not know what the path ahead of you looks like, right? Or where you're going to end up or where it's leading right now. But I feel like Spirit's saying, trust this process of kind of shedding the old skin through this transformation process of you being able to evolve past the past. Okay? Trust the process. Be patient, right? Because with the foggy bog, this is also card number 18, the moon energy, right? The moon energy in the tarot. The moon can bring in a lot of suppressed feelings, emotions, repressed emotions as well. A lot of irrational fears, right? A lot of cloudy mind, cloudy thoughts, blocked intuition, right? So it's like your spirit guides are trying to help you to just calm, relax, know that you're being supported, you're being protected. To me, this is you nurturing this new version of you, right? And finding that peace from within the self to be patient with this process as you start over, start new, and reclaim those lost bits and pieces of you that you've lost along the way, right? A partner who made you feel, like the book was saying, unloved, right? So then you begin to feel like, I'm not worthy of love, right? Let's kind of give give up on this, right? I'm going to give it to the bone collector to say, okay, I've lost this through this relationship. I've lost this through this friendship or through this family situation, right? Or when you go through, let's just say something, I don't know, with somebody, like I think I was talking about bullies earlier. Like you're in school and you're drawing something, and for you, you're drawing it, you're painting it, you're in art class, and it's the most beautiful thing that you've created, right? Until you have someone else come in and give their opinion about your drawing's ugly. You know, you don't know what you're doing. You're not talented. You're not skillful. Why don't you quit? Why don't you stop? You're not good at that, right? That begins to kind of affect you. So you know what? You're going to give the bone collector your creativity too. You're going to give them your intuition, right? Because that experience has made you feel like, you know what? I'm not good at this. I should just stop. I should stop being creative. I shouldn't do this anymore because this person made me feel this way. So there you go. There's another bit and piece of pile number 2 that has been tossed into this little bone collector's area. Because your spirit guides are saying, you know, why are you throwing this away? Why are you giving this to us? You need this, right? But we understand what it is that you're going through right now. So we're going to hold on to this for you, right? And when you're ready to come back and reclaim this lost bit and piece of you, we are here to support you through this process of evolution so that you are able to find renewal within the self. Be patient with you. Be kind. Be loving, right? Through this process of you becoming, again, like I said, this little sweet baby here that is being nurtured by its mother, right? And maybe for some of you that does mean reparenting or nurturing this part of yourself that has given something away to the bone collector, right? Okay, so let's look at your tarot here. Okay, so yes, I remember Ace of Wands. You have the Page of Wands. I had that over here. Page of Wands. And then you had Awakening, which is Judgment. Okay. So I want to start off with Judgment first, okay? Because Judgment is renewal. This is renewal of the self. It is wipe the slate clean, release the past, forgive ourself, someone else, release the pain, release the anger, release the burden, release anything that we are holding on to that is blocking us from being able to progress and move forward and find peace from within, right? It is only us who continues to hold on to things, right? In that energy of judgment, we have a choice. We can choose to let the past go, make peace with it. We learn the lessons from the things that we've gone through. Judgment gives us that opportunity to look back on the cycle that we've gone through, right? We have life's rhythm here, which to me is the ebb and flow of life. So we have this opportunity to look back on our life. What do we need to release? What do we need to let go of? Okay, so that we can find that renewal. The Judgment card is like the phoenix rising from the ashes, right? Sometimes we hit rock bottom in our life. We feel completely disconnected, right, from self. We've given all these you know, little bits and pieces of ourselves away. And like I said, to me, it's like symbolic of being the empty shell of a person, right? Who you once were, this innocent, right? Sweet soul. And going through these life experiences can take that away, right? So to me, this is about you finding that renewal, being able to be free of the things that you've been holding on to. And I noticed because earlier you guys had 2 Page of Wands that has shown up. The Page of Wands is an energy of excitement and passion and discovery, right? Notice how this page has a little magnifying glass. And to me, this is symbolic of as you collect these little bits and pieces of you, you're discovering, right? So much about yourself. Maybe you are reclaiming your creativity. Maybe you're reclaiming your intuitive abilities. Maybe you're reclaiming something that you've suppressed because someone or something made you feel like I can't do this, or I'm not good enough. I'm not this, I'm not that. Or somebody who completely breaks trust. Maybe for some of you, there's trust issues, you know, that you've had with trusting people when they tell you I love you, but their actions show you the complete opposite of that. Right? So whatever this is that you've been given away, and I want you guys to take some time to think about that, right? Take some time to think about what you pile to and put it in the comments. I would love to see what you feel from your life when you can think about it. What have you given symbolically to that bone collector, right? Your spirit guides in a way. What have you given up or given away of a piece or part of yourself that you feel at this time is lost, that you want back, right? I want back my creative energy. I want back my power. I want back my sense of self-worth, whatever that is for you, right? Whether you went through childhood stuff, relationship stuff, friendship things, what was taken away from you? What did you lose? What are you ready to reclaim, right? So yeah, to me, this is you kind of being whole again and feeling excited about it because you've got your Page of Wands here. And this is about you kind of uncovering this new version of self, right? This self that is ready to be who you want to be, authentically you, not what someone tells you should be, or you should be this, or you should do that, or, you know, because this experience has shaped you into the person you become, where you can separate yourself from this trauma or this event, right? Stepping out of victim mentality for those of you that have had that happen to you, right? Where you can step into this, your new baby sweet soul self, and kind of adding things back in, right? What makes sense for you? What do you resonate with? You discover so much about yourself through that process and feel excited about it, right? Maybe for some of you, look at how she's kind of opening a book here, and she has this beautiful flower, this rose that's kind of blooming out of it. The Ace of Wands is a spark of passion, inspiration, an idea, right? And this is something that is being divinely guided to us with the Ace. The Aces in the tarot are divinely gifted to us in a way, opportunities for new beginnings, right? And this could be maybe for some of you discovering a certain passion that you have through this process of reclaiming, like saying, oh, you know what? I remember when I was little that I used to really like to draw, or I used to really like to paint. And finding this renewal within self makes it so that you can say, you know what? I really like this. I want to keep doing this. I want to create something else, right? So it continues to give you that energy that is very inspiring. Okay, so let's look. We've got Scorpio energy here, also Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have focus. Okay, it says, meet Artemis. She is the master hunter. She can focus her intention like a laser beam. She has crystal clear vision and razor sharp hearing. She even has some extra antenna that can pick up on subtle clues. She observes everything, knows how to be invisible, and leaps out at the perfect moment. We often have a zillion ideas floating in our minds. We are multitasking machines. When Artemis shows up, it is time to pick one thing to hone in and quell distractions. How will we ever catch that mouse if we don't focus on it, right? So Artemis is focused on the mouse. What are you focused on right at this time? Okay. So how will we ever catch that mouse if we don't focus on it? Letting everything else fade into the background for the moment, right? So the only thing that we're focused on is the one thing that we're working towards, right? Which means that the fading into the background is everything else that's kind of going on in your life, right? For you to kind of find that groundedness and centeredness from within, peace from within, trusting this process, your evolution, your growth, and spirit wanting you to know you are being divinely protected through this process, right? No more letting the outside noise or outside energy kind of influence that you have to do this or you have to be that way, you have to be this way. Who are you, right? Pile 2. What part of you are you discovering at this time, right? Like I said, with that bone collector, what are you reclaiming, right? What part of yourself have you lost because of something that you may have gone through, right? Some type of circumstances you've gone through where that part of you was suppressed, or that part of you that you felt like you couldn't be you couldn't be your authentic self because this friend wasn't accepting, or because this parent, didn't like this or like that, right? Projecting maybe their own unhealed trauma onto you, their own, right? Even partners, right? Romantic partners can do that as well, where they're projecting their unhealed wounds, trauma onto you, right? So what have you lost in that process? Okay, so I'm going to leave it here for you. Pile number 2. I hope this was helpful for you, and I will talk to you guys in the next reading. Hi, pile 3. So you chose the Ocean Jasper, and if you guys missed it in the intro, I am recording this entire reading all over again. And I'm pretty bummed because I spent 2 hours recording this morning for this channel so that I can just, move on to the other channel that I have to record for. So I'm very bummed because I had I don't know, maybe you guys will like it. This reading will be a lot shorter, I feel like, because I already know, what came through. Okay, so we'll start off backwards. We're going to look at your oracle cards first, and then we will look at your tarot and your little message here right at the end. So we have the Echidna, homebody, distinctiveness, and danger sense. We also have the Koala with tribe, stability, and circumspection. We have protection, standstill. You have the field of dreams, and I had them right there. We have detox, water spirit, manifesting dreams, and then you have take action. Okay, so basically the first time around when I was kind of recording for you guys is that the most standout thing here that I'm seeing that your spirit guides are currently assisting you with is manifestation, making the dreams that you do have possible, right? Co-creation is basically what's happening here that your spirit guides are helping you with. However, it does require your action. Okay, it does require your action because you do have standstill here. This little bird is kind of stuck in a swamp. Okay, so for you, this can be symbolic of a certain mindset, a certain belief, or even stuck in a situation in which you're not able to progress or move forward. It could be a job that you don't like. It could be a relationship that's holding you back, a certain friendship, anything in your environment that is not in alignment with these dreams that you do have for yourself. Okay? The other thing that was coming through is detox. Okay? So for many of you, that can mean letting go of things that are not good for you, right? Whether it's a way of thinking, certain patterns of behaviors, habits, addictions, anything that is blocking your ability to be able to align with whatever these dreams are that you're working towards manifesting here. Now, this card came up actually last week. I can't remember which pick a card it was, but this card came out, and I feel like it was like pile 2 or pile 3 of one of the videos that I did last Thursday or Friday maybe. And the whole message with this card, if you guys notice, We have the dandelion flower, and then behind it we have the intestines, right? And so really this card is talking about this calming effect that dandelion may have for you, right? For your health, more holistic, alternative medicine, right? Kind of way of thinking. But there is also this connection to the mind, body, spirit, and our connection to our gut, right? Because we can store a lot of trauma and things within the body that can affect our organs, right? Our mind, our brain, just like everything within us. So I feel like the big message for some of you that have issues with gut health, or you're somebody who's super anxious or depressed, or you kind of like your body holds onto all of that energy, right? So to me, it's like your spirit guides are trying to help you in a way to try to help your health too, to help you to not only come into alignment with your dreams, but for like this renewed sense of self where you are healing from the inside out, right? You're healing from the inside out. That's kind of what my takeaway was from that earlier, the first time that I recorded this. What else was I getting here? Okay. Also, the little echidna, it says homebody. Okay, so the first thing that I have to say with that is for some of you, it can literally be that you are someone who is maybe a little bit more introverted. You like your alone time, you like your solitude. You could be somebody who likes to spend a lot of time alone or even at home, right? And there could be a lot of dreams that you have, right? The other thing that I was noticing earlier is that there's these 3 fairies that are sitting here. 3 fairies sitting here. And then there is a 4th one that just kind of like took off, right? So in a way, to me, this is symbolic because we have the standstill here, which could be that stagnancy for you for whatever reason it is, right? If you feel like your health is not in the best place, or you are someone who gets really like thinking about things that you want to manifest, but you're not actually taking action towards them. So to me, we have these 3 fairies that are sitting here thinking about their dreams, right? They're sitting in the field of dreams. But this one other fairy here, she's just like, I'm out of here, right? I'm going to make this happen, right? I'm not just going to sit around and think about it and the standstill, right? I'm going to take action here. Okay, I'm going to take action. So I also noticed earlier that the take action card is card number 14, which is the temperance card in the tarot. Temperance is balance. It is also the process of alchemy, co-creation, manifestation with the divine. Okay, so it's like your spirit guides are really trying to help you to find and promote, I feel like, this balance and this healing from the inside. Other thing that I noticed here is that we have these little butterflies surrounding her. Her heart chakra is lit up, and also her 3rd eye and her crown. Okay, and also she's got this big pregnant belly. So in a way, I'm seeing that there is, and it looks like a massive heart awakening here, heart chakra awakening, because that glow is like huge, right? So to me, it's like your spirit guides are trying to help you with this heart chakra awakening, opening, healing, right? Kind of very restorative energy here. Maybe there's certain things with the detox here. Literally could be that you are removing things from your heart chakra or that are blocking your heart chakra from the past, right? The things that have kept you held back. Also the crown and the 3rd eye. The 3rd eye, your intuition, right? Learning to trust your intuition. Some of you, it could be that you are maybe a very intuitive type of person, but whenever we have blockages within the chakras, it can create blockages within the rest of them. Why? Because those messages are not able to come through from spirit. We may not be grounded. We can have issues with our crown chakra, where our crown chakra is blocked, where we feel lost, we feel disconnected, we feel like we cannot hear spirit, we cannot trust spirit, we cannot trust the messages that our spirit guides are bringing to us. So for me, there's a huge kind of unblocking, right, that your spirit guides are trying to help you. And I feel like much of it is surrounding the heart. Okay, lots of healing here in order to remove the blockages within the 3rd eye and the crown. To me, that's like the source of this. So I'm seeing all this transformation that is here. And also because she is pregnant here, that is the symbol of fertility, of growth, right? This is feminine energy. Okay, so to me, it's this healing that's happening within your feminine, right? Regardless of your gender, it is that feminine aspect of yourself, the side of you that is nurturing, that is confident, that is loving, that is sensitive, that is kind, that is generous, letting love in, right? Able to give love, able to receive love, able to nurture your ideas, able to nurture and manifest your dreams, right? With that energy of the feminine. The other thing that I'm seeing here, the card number 14 reduces to a 5. Okay? The 5s are about changes, challenges, conflict, whether that conflict is something that's happening within you or it's external to your environment, right? So it could be you taking action towards healing even those limitations that are kind of blocking you from being able to move forward. We have the koala here with tribe. So for many of you, what I was getting earlier is that maybe this is you are letting go of people that are not really in alignment with you, right? And finding people that you feel more strongly connected to, okay? Ones that you feel are like-minded, okay? Finding friends, creating bonds with me, fostering meaningful connections, friendships with people, maybe with some better energy around you, surrounding you, that is supportive, that is loving. We also have stability, right? So for many of you, it could be that you are moving into an energy. I just got a cramp. Oh my goodness, that was painful. Moving into an energy of stability. Oh my God, this is what happens when you almost 45 years old. You start getting cramps in your body at odd places. So we have stability here. I can't even think right now. Yeah, it's just making me feel like I'm getting zapped for doing pick a card readings. Maybe I shouldn't have done one. Maybe Spirit's trying to send me a message to just chill. So we have, I'm just kind of feeling it's like Spirit is wanting you to kind of open up to your dreams, right? Not be afraid of taking action towards them. And because you have like I said, the energy of the home body, it could be that you are somebody who feels comfortable in the comfort zone, right? And this is a time for you to recognize, because we have the distinctiveness and also the danger sense. And what I was kind of feeling with this earlier is that the difference between being able to, your intuition guiding you, versus are you being led by ego? Are you being led by fear? Are you being led by doubt? And for you to be able to tell the difference between the two of those, right? So because sometimes we can have certain fears that come up and we get blocked, right? Our intuition becomes blocked and we can't think straight. We can't focus. We can't really tell, like, is this supposed to be something that I'm supposed to do? Am I supposed to do this? Am I supposed to do that? And instead of, when we feel uncertain, we just choose to do nothing, right? Because that comfort zone feels comfortable. It feels safe, right? So to me, it's about you really working towards grounding your own energy, right? And about being able to tell the difference between your intuition guiding you and leading you versus fears that are holding you back, right? So with the way that I was talking about this earlier is that intuition is going to come from a very, very calm place of inner knowing. Okay? Calm, centered, grounded. You just allow yourself to move into that, right? It's not going to come from a place of your fears, right? If you feel a lot of anxiety, which of course you can feel anxiety if you're stepping outside of your comfort zone. You're going to feel anxious, right? You will feel anxious. This is the big change. You're going to feel that. But I feel like it's more so your spirit guides wanting you to kind of understand the difference between your intuition actually leading you and guiding you versus fears that are kind of holding you back, right? That are distracting you in a way, or kind of throwing you off your path in a way. So what I want to do, I'm also feeling, because we have the danger sense here too. So things that I feel like almost like your spirit guides are trying to help you with the danger sense, in that, is there something that's not good for you? Is there something like let's just say a toxic work environment, a toxic relationship, a toxic friendship? Pay attention, right? Because this is more about you being able to have a balanced energy here from within, right? With the detox, so that you are able to tell the difference between your intuition, right? And be able to sense when also your intuition is also giving you a warning, right? About someone, about a job, about a relationship, about a friendship, about some type of situation that you need to pay attention to, right? So we need to be able to trust what our body is telling us, right? Trust what our body's telling us. Is something not good for us? Is a relationship unhealthy for us? Are we, maybe holding on to things that are not really helping us to get to where we want to be, basically? Okay? So what I want to do, I want to bring out your tarot, and we'll see. We have the 8 of Shells, which is the 8 of Cups. We have the 9 of Wands. We have the King of Wands. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. So we do have, what is this? Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then we also have Taurus energy. Okay. So the first thing that I'm noticing here, that 5 of Pentacles. Okay. For some of you, that 5 of Pentacles is talking about a feeling of lack, scarcity, mindset, lack mentality. The 5 of Pentacles, we can feel void. We can feel empty. We can feel the energy of despair, right? It almost looks like this little ladybug is trying to like climb whatever this is, right? That's very challenging for her with her little body. So to me, in a way, it's like this could be what's creating the standstill for you, is the energy of lack, the feeling of lack, hopelessness, right? Feeling the energy of despair. But we also have these little keywords on here that says persistence and new possibilities, right? So by being persistent beyond this way of thinking with the 5 of Pentacles, you can move out of this energy of the standstill, right? More towards the energy of action, towards manifesting the dreams. How are we doing that? By embodying this energy of the King of Wands. Okay, the King of Wands is the energy of passion, of drive, of that fire being lit within us, about us being in a place of leadership, right, with the King of Wands, and about focus on what your dreams are, what your goals are, right? This is about you taking accountability. You being the responsible for your choices, your actions, right? And recognizing what things are holding you back, being reflective, right? Introspective about it. The 8 of Cups leads into the energy of the Hermit, which is introspection, right? Reflection within the self. It is about us finding ourselves. The 8 of Cups is setting out on a journey, a quest, if you will, of discovering the self, right? So your spirit guides are trying to help you with this process of learning to heal, release, remove the stagnancy, right? Move you into a more stable, grounded energy, and to be able to tell the difference between, certain fears that you have that are blocking you from being able to progress and move forward towards manifesting your dreams, and also literal warnings that your spirit guides may be trying to give you about a need to shift or a need to change along your path. Okay? So the 8 of Cups, yes, that could be about an energy of letting go, detachment, withdrawal. Maybe even for some of you that struggle with addictions, right? With the 8 of Cups, it can be letting go of that as well, right? Helping you to heal some type of addiction. And sometimes that addiction could be codependency, right? It could be any unhealthy pattern of behavior that we need to let go, that is not bringing us the fulfillment that we're really looking for within our life. You also have the Nine of Wands energy here. And what I was saying earlier with this is I noticed that she has a bunch of wounds, right? But they're all stitched up, right? So many of you can come from a past that has been very painful, very challenging, right? The Nine of Wands is definitely a very wounded energy. And so this can really talk about you not giving up. The Nine of Wands is a card of resilience. Okay, it is definitely a card of resilience. So Five of Pentacles can also be an energy of abandonment, right? If any of you have abandonment wounds that you're needing to heal, right? Or even healing your relationship and money, the money mindset, right? The abundance mindset can also be something, right? So basically this is your spirit guide is trying to help you with saying, don't give up, right? You are in control here with that King of Wands. Okay, so let's look at your last little message here. And it says passion. It says, meet Ember. She is the light blazing inside our being. She is our fire, our drive, our fuel. She is our very life force yearning and stretching in the direction of our love. Notice what makes Ember begin to glow and burn brighter. Perhaps it is talking openly with a friend or cuddling with your love. Or perhaps it's playing your guitar, scaling a mountain, or writing your story. Look for that spark within and honor it. Stroke the fire with intention. Honor your passion with time and dedication. Feed that flame with devotion. Let passion ignite your life with beauty, energy, and purpose. Okay? Beauty, energy, and purpose. So yeah, this is basically, especially with the little drum here, it's like spirits, like your spirit guides are like, okay, let's go. Right? Let's get it started. Let's move out of this place of stagnancy or feeling stuck, right? Pay attention to what things you're needing to really focus on healing. To me, that detox is all about you going within, right? Paying attention to your body. Where's your state of mind at? You know, your spiritual energy. Do you feel like your healthiest, best self, right? Of course, we all at times in our life may feel like we are in ill health or not the best emotionally, mentally, physically. This is a time for us to look at what we can release, right? Because a lot of what we go through at times with having, you know, dis-ease in the body is because of our environment, because of traumas, because of, you know, dietary things that we're kind of going through. Or changes, right, that we're kind of going through. So pay attention, right? Look at, I feel like your life as a whole, right? What things can we improve upon? How can we change? How can we work on just having this full connection between mind, body, spirit to be able to kind of step into this energy here, empowered energy, very empowered with the King of Wands. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here for you. Pile number 3. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading.